Happy Friday, everyone. I'm Ann Birchard. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and today we're going to be making this happy birthday card. Very simple. Well, all my cards are simple because I like it that way. I'm going to be using the Dandelion Wishes and Peaceful Moments using the Happy Birthday. So let's make a card. My tip today is use your scratch paper instead of, whoops, just throw that on the floor. Use your scratch paper to come up with sizes. So I save flyers, mail, this isn't junk, but it's past. And then I can cut this scratch paper and decide if I like this size on my cardstock or not. So it saves me from cutting into my pretties, and I'm repurposing some scratch paper. So this 3 3/4 by 2 1/2 is the size of the Whisper White. Then this is Gorgeous Grape, and I cut it at 4 by 2 3/4, so I get a nice layer. Now this is Highland Heather, and I cut it at 4 1/4 and then scored it at 5 1/2. So I can go ahead and fold that. Use my bone folder to give it the nice crease. And now I'm going to stamp the dandelions, or, well, the seeds, in Gorgeous Grape on the background. And I'm going to create a background. So make sure you go off your project and on to make it more organic. Turn it this way and that. Now, dandelions have a special meaning in the military. We call our kids military brats, and that's said with love. But the dandelion is also their symbol, if you will, because the dandelions, they get blown any which way, but wherever they land, they make roots, they make friends, they make new family. My little one, she is so resilient because of the military, and I love it. She hasn't met a stranger yet, and good and bad, but she's able to go up to anybody and say, hey, you want to be my friend and play? And I love it. So that's the meaning behind the dandelion. Now, I'm going to stamp the Happy Birthday again in the Gorgeous Grape down here at the bottom. Use my chamois, wipe it up. Move on over to the actual dandelions. And I'm going to stamp this towards the top. And looks good. Committed. Going for it. Excellent. Chamois to clean up. Set that aside. And now I'm going to use a new blender brush that Stampin' Up! Is coming out with in January. Actually, January 3rd, I believe. 3rd or 5th. I'll write it down. So that's one of the perks of being a demonstrator. You get the products before anybody else, and I love that. I'm going to be using the Highland Heather and the brush. Just load it up. And I'm going to come in and just give it a nice background. Very subtle. I like the brush better than the sponges. I get a more consistent background. And it just adds just a little step up of the basic white. I think a little more and then we'll call it good. And I always say that, but then I come back with more. It's hard to stop. There we go. If you can see that, nice and pretty. close this up so I don't put my finger in it. And that was the Highland Heather. Set that aside. I'm going to come in with my Stampin' Seal. Put it on the back. And that's timing. I just ran out. And center it here. If I have the two sides and the top, I know the bottom will be even as well. And I'm going to come in with my Stampin' Dimensionals. Now you could easily step this up by adding some rhinestones or your wink of Stella. Gotta have your glitter. But I think today I'm just going to leave it with that. Come in with your take your pick tool and take off the backing of your dimensionals, or not. Come on, he's extra stuck. There you go. A couple more. And center this nicely. There you go. Well, I hope you enjoyed this crafting experience with a civil engineer. Don't forget to subscribe below. You'll see a title underneath that if you text ANNBIRCHARD, all caps, one word, to the number 22828 to sign up for my newsletter. And there's also a hostess code to earn rewards. I'll also put that down below as well. Well, I hope you have a great day, and we'll see you next week. Bye.